When I did a run through of the Faroese Premier League teams right back at the start of this channel, AB was sitting in the second tier, having lost the relegation playoff to B68. They won promotion back to the top flight, they're about to play their 9th season out of the last 10 in that league, and fun fact, they are one day younger than JJ Okocha. Oh, and this is their mascot. This is Ferroball and this is AB. AB stands for Argia Boltfella, and they were formed relatively recently on the 15th of August 1973, exactly 1 year after Ben Affleck was formed. There's that word Boltfella again, and that just means Argia's Ball Club. They play in claret and sky blue. I can't be certain if they were inspired by Aston Villa, the first team to wear claret and blue, and whose early success inspired teams like Burnley and Trabzonspor to copy their colours. But when the 2020 Faroese League started up amid the COVID pandemic, for a while it was the only league actively running, and an online Aston Villa page adopted AB as their lockdown club of choice, mainly for the colour scheme. When they were formed in 1973, Argia was a village just outside the capital, but by 1997, Tórshavn had expanded and Argia was officially incorporated into the capital region. Their ground in Argia is the Inioivika Stadium, sometimes known as the Skansi Arena, sitting on the outskirts of the town, pleasantly in the shadow of Kirkjuborian Hill. Originally, they played at Gundarlaw, sharing with HB and B36, but they bought their pitch in their village in 1983 and put a small building on it, half of which was used as a school classroom. They didn't get grass on the pitch until 1998, and the ground was fully refurbished in 2010 and now can house 2,000 people. I visited Argia's ground when I last went to the country, and if you want to see what a match day at AB feels like, there is a link in the top corner for you to watch, but not now, don't get distracted. And it's here where you can pick up a mascot. Having played the first 2 and a bit decades of their existence in and around the 4th tier, the team rose from the 3rd tier to the Premier League in just 6 years. It wasn't until 2017, their 4th promotion to the top flight, where they actually won the 2nd division and picked up only their 2nd trophy, behind the 3rd division trophy they won in 2002. But it would be incorrect to say that Argia have never won a major trophy. The Argia women's team won the Faroese Cup in 2009, beating the all-dominating Klagsvík team to do so. They made the final again 2 years later, but this time Klagsvík got their revenge, so the 2009 trophy remains the biggest cup win and finest hour in Argia's history. Their modern day talisman is Jonas Stenberg, the 35-year-old defender who has spent his entire career at AB and played over 300 matches, even if he's been out of the first team for the last couple of years. He and his teammate brother Heian are the sons of Toralf Stenberg, the former owner, responsible for taking AB from the 3rd tier to the top flight. Currently firing AB forward is Tita Olsen, who played all but 1 game last season and was joint top scorer with 6. Because of Argia's proximity to Tórshavn, players who catch the eye for AB can and do get snapped up by HB or B36. Patrick Johannesson, who plays for Icelandic side Breiðablik and has 12 international caps for the Faroes, spent a profitable season at AB in 2016, scoring 11 goals for the club, earning him a move to B36 where he did even better. Danoy Soilu went from AB to HB via 1 season at EB Strømmen, and just this season Matthias Preis Nielsen also went to HB after a solid year at AB. And I know I've mentioned him about 4 times in this channel already, but yes, even Johan Simon Edmundsson, Faroe Island superstar, turned out for AB too back in 2014, scoring twice in 9 games after an unsuccessful spell at Viking in Norway. Argia are the only team in the Faroe Islands to ever field a Welshman. Swansea-born Liam Killer left Wales aged 17 and started a career in Iceland, but made 8 appearances in 2009 for AB. However, he had his time in the Faroese League cut short due to injury. He moved back to Iceland, where he helped Magni win the Icelandic 3rd division. Killer described the Faroese League standards similar to the Welsh Premier League, and in an interview with Lost Boyos in 2012, he said he thoroughly enjoyed his time there. And if you want to read more, I'll put a link to the interview in the video description below. When Argia got relegated in 2020, they went 26 games without a win, including an 11-0 defeat to HB, and went down with just 10 points. They got promoted as runners-up of the 2nd tier and were tipped to struggle, but finished last season with 29 points. 8th, but 1 point off 6th. Midway through the season, manager Samal Erik Ense left AB to go and relegate NSI. Henrik Larsson oversaw 3 wins in the second half of the season and will look to lead AB into another season of avoiding the drop. 2 good sides in OIF and TB have come up, so I think they might struggle a bit more this season. I predict a bottom 2 finish for AB, but they'll fight every step of the way. So if you're a fan of Aston Villa, West Ham, Burnley or Scunthorpe and you want a claret and blue foreign team to follow, may I recommend AB in the top flight of the Faroe Islands. As usual, thank you for watching Faroe Ball, and to the 1,000 subscribers that now live here. We're now bigger than Sorvoa, which means, logically, we should get our own airport. I'll speak to Atlantic Airways and see what they can do, but for now, press subscribe if you enjoy turning red buttons grey, and I'll see you next time for Scala.